You're watching NFL Snapwire, your fast lane to all the latest NFL news, rumors, and insider updates. The Pittsburgh Steelers are entering uncharted territory. With Mike Tomlin stepping away from the helm, the franchise faces more than just a head coaching vacancy. A potential mass exodus of the coaching staff could redefine the team's direction. Reports indicate that the Steelers may be preparing for a sweeping revamp, signaling the end of an era in Pittsburgh football. The Steelers have told all of Mike Tomlin's assistant coaches they are free to pursue other opportunities and won't be retained unless the new head coach wants to rehire them, per multiple sources, wrote Pittsburgh Post-Gazette's Jerry Dulac. All coaches remain under contract through the end of February, but the message is clear: the next chapter is about to begin. The move isn't entirely shocking. New head coaches typically bring in their own staff or recruit assistants that align with their vision. Mark Kaboly further confirmed that even the strength and conditioning staff may not stay, describing the current coaching roster as in a state of unknown. Some coaches reportedly want to return but cannot afford to wait indefinitely for potential opportunities elsewhere. Historically, the Steelers have been willing to keep select assistants. When Tomlin first took over in 2007, he retained key figures like Dick LeBeau and Bruce Arians, showing that continuity can coexist with change. But this time, the transition could be far more extensive. Offensive coordinator Arthur Smith is already eyeing new horizons. Despite having 1 year left on a 3-year deal, he interviewed recently for head coaching positions in Tennessee and Arizona and has scheduled another interview with the Detroit Lions for their offensive coordinator role. His movements underline the uncertainty in Pittsburgh as the coaching carousel begins spinning. Tomlin himself remains under contract for 2026, meaning the Steelers technically retain his rights. If he were interested in returning to coaching while still under contract, Pittsburgh could potentially receive compensation. However, the former head coach seems firmly committed to stepping away, focusing on family life after years of relentless NFL schedules. If something like that comes up, we'll deal with it when it comes up. But right now that doesn't seem to be on his radar, Steelers owner Art Rooney said following the news of Tomlin's departure. Rooney noted that, personally, he would have welcomed another season with Tomlin. But the head coach's decision has already set the franchise on a new path, prompting the Steelers to accelerate their search for a replacement. Steelers set sights on Rams coordinator. With Tomlin stepping down, Pittsburgh is opening its first round of interviews. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler reports that the team will hold a virtual interview on January 16th with Rams pass game coordinator Nate Scheelhaase. Scheelhaase is rapidly becoming one of the NFL's most sought-after young coaches. Alongside the Steelers, he is slated to interview with the Raiders, Ravens, and Browns in the coming days, a whirlwind schedule that underscores his rising stock. Scheelhaase's football journey began as a quarterback at Illinois from 2009 to 2013, where he amassed 8,568 passing yards and 55 touchdowns before pivoting to coaching. His coaching trajectory has been deliberate and strategic. After starting at Illinois from 2015 to 2017, he moved to Iowa State, spending 6 years shaping offenses before catching the eye of Rams head coach Sean McVay. Brought to Los Angeles in 2024 as an offensive assistant and pass game specialist, Scheelhaase quickly proved his worth. This season, he stepped up as the Rams pass game coordinator, helping craft one of the league's most dynamic offenses. Matthew Stafford threw for 4,707 yards and 46 touchdowns, and the Rams led the NFL with 394.6 yards per game. Despite his success, questions linger about whether Scheelhaase is ready for a head coaching role. The jump from coordinator to head coach is substantial, and while learning under McVay carries weight, some analysts worry that it might come too soon. Still, the Steelers could see this moment as the perfect time to pivot offensively, moving away from their traditional defensive-first identity. Pittsburgh has historically leaned toward defensive-minded head coaches, but Scheelhaase represents a bold, offensive-focused alternative. A young offensive mind with proven results could shake up the Steelers' culture if the front office is willing to take the gamble. With Tomlin's exit, the team now faces a rare opportunity to rethink its identity from the ground up, from play-calling philosophies to staff appointments. For the rest of the league, this coaching carousel is already drawing attention. A potential move by Scheelhaase to Pittsburgh would have ripple effects, affecting both the Rams' offensive structure and the broader hiring landscape. For fans in Pittsburgh, the offseason promises drama both on and off the field, with the possibility of an entirely new coaching staff leading the charge in 2026. One thing is clear, change is coming to Pittsburgh, and it could be more transformative than anything seen in recent years. From Tomlin's departure to Scheelhaase interview and the uncertain futures of long-tenured assistants, the Steelers are entering a new era, one that may redefine the franchise for years to come. nflsnapwire will be tracking every development, from interviews to hirings. Stay tuned for updates as Pittsburgh decides the next leader to guide the Steelers through this pivotal transition.